Hi beautiful black women, my name is Abby. In this video, we're talking about why you cannot let a black man ruin you in the name of black love. If you're a black woman who still coddles black men, excuses their behavior, or holds out hope that black love will save you, I'm just gonna let you know that this channel is not for you. I love you too much to sugarcoat the truth, and I will block anyone who defends these men. Many of us black women were raised to believe that black love is the highest form of devotion, the deepest kind of bond, and the thing we should fight for no matter what. But the reality is, for far too many black women, this love we were told to chase becomes a slow, painful form of destruction. We lose ourselves trying to prove that we're loyal. We stay when we should leave. We shrink just to make room for men who were never going to grow. This video is about facing that truth, not just in celebrity relationships, but in everyday lives. There's a disturbing trend in the black community where black women are expected to accept emotional harm, mental trauma, and even physical abuse, all while staying loyal to the idea of black love. You're told to hold on, to be strong, to fight for black men, even when they're the ones that are hurting you. It's like the world expects us to be martyrs for a relationship that is never reciprocal. Black love in theory sounds beautiful, but in practice, too often it becomes a burden that black women alone are expected to carry. We're praised for sticking by men who cheat, lie, belittle us, or even hurt us. And then, when we're left broken, drained, and unrecognizable to ourselves, nobody comes to save us. Nobody holds these men accountable. We just get blamed for choosing wrong, as if we weren't conditioned to stay loyal no matter what. When you look at Ashanti dealing with Nelly for 10, 11 years, off and on dating, her moving on, living her best life, and then going back to him getting married and having his baby, even though he, publicly embarrassed her and moved on the second they broke up. You can see how deep the worshiping of black men really goes, right? And then we have Cassie, who spent 10 years besides P. Diddy, only for the world to later learn about the abuse, control, and trauma that she endured. Now we have Amy Luciani with Dwight Howard, a man that, he low-key has a preference for men, which isn't necessarily wrong. I do think it's wrong if you're, you have a preference for men, but you're married to a woman. I think it's incredibly dangerous for a woman, especially a black woman. But for some reason, black women are still out here marrying men that don't even appear interested in women, all for the sake of appearance and the fantasy of black love. That level of self-sacrifice is not love. I think it's delusion. It's just pure delusion. And it's a direct result of being told that having a black man by your side, no matter what, is better than being alone. But if you have to ignore reality to keep your man, then he was never yours to begin with. And the funny thing is that it's not just black women. Cardi B has been dragged through the mud for years by Offset, publicly humiliated time after time, and yet she goes back. I think they're officially done now, but if she went back, I would not be surprised. And Kim Kardashian, one of the most powerful women in entertainment, couldn't escape Kanye's erratic behavior and blatant disrespect. The truth is, black men don't respect any woman. It doesn't matter how rich, how famous, how beautiful, or how devoted you are. You could give these black men the world, and they will still throw dirt on your name. The humiliation is global, and it's getting worse. And before some of you guys rush to the comments to say, well, my marriage is great, or not all black men, let me stop you right there. I don't care how many of you are in what you think is a happy marriage with a black man. The majority of women, black or otherwise, are wasting their time on a group of men who are not equipped to lead, protect, or provide. That is the reality. These men are in and out of jail, ducking child support, running from commitment, disrespecting women publicly and privately, and yet they still have access to black women. Why is that? Because you as a black woman were trained to be loyal to a lie. Because you were probably told that struggle was a part of love. And because we were all gaslit into thinking that we're the problem for wanting more. One of the main reasons black women stay so long in harmful relationships is the cultural expectation of loyalty. We are raised to believe that a good black woman stands by her man no matter what, through his stay in prison, through cheating, unemployment, disrespect, and even abuse. And if you did leave, you were probably told that you gave up too fast on the relationship, that you didn't hold him down. But who is holding you down as a black woman? Where is your protection? Where is your softness, your rest, your reward? Black men are not held to the same standards. They can walk away from their children, cheat on their wives, abandon their families, and still be seen as desirable. But unfortunately, black women are expected to suffer in silence for the sake of an image. That image is killing you, and you need to break free from it. And I'm going to be here 3 times a week making these videos, letting you know. The idea that you should stay with a man because he has potential is one of the most dangerous lies ever sold to black women. Potential doesn't pay bills. Potential doesn't protect you from harm. Potential is not a substitute for actual effort, action, and growth. But black women are conditioned to see ourselves as saviors, healers, and builders. We think that if we love him enough, support him enough, pray hard enough, he'll become the man that you deserve. But most of the time, he won't. And while you wait for him to become that man, you're losing time. Black women are the ones taking hits to our self-esteem. We're the ones aging under the stress of trying to carry a relationship that was never supposed to be our responsibility. Now let me say this clearly. No relationship is worth your peace. No man is worth your youth. No love is worth your sanity. You were not put on this earth to suffer for love. You were not born to be broken, bruised, or belittled, just so you can say you have a man. Black women, you have to understand that you're the prize. And if someone cannot love you gently, consistently, and fully, then they don't deserve you. Too many black women are walking around with anxiety, low self-worth, and unresolved trauma because you stayed too long with a black man that gave you nothing but pain and drama. Love should not cost you your soul. If it does, it is not love. It is time for black women to stop choosing the fantasy of black love over the reality of their own suffering. Stop choosing the idea of what he could be over the truth of what he's shown you. You better stop choosing struggle, disrespect, and heartbreak just to prove you're loyal. You need to choose yourself. You don't need to be this black man's ride or die. You don't need to be his therapist, rehab, or his mama. You deserve, all the good things in the world, and I hope that black women can start to understand that. I'm sick of seeing black women wasting their lives with bummy black men. To every black woman watching this, I hope you know that you're not wrong for leaving, you're not bitter for setting boundaries, and you're not selfish for choosing yourself. You have sacrificed enough, and you need to walk away, even from the dream of black love, if that means protecting your peace. You don't have to let any man ruin you just to prove you're worthy, because I think you already are, and you better stand in that. To all the black women watching this, I love you so much, and until my next video, bye!